You are listening to Trophy Horse with your hosts, Tricky Mick, Alex, I Yield to No One,
Steve.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trophy Wars. This is episode 337. I'm your host, Tricky Mick. Alongside with me, the man, the myth, the man that can't get Audacity to work right, Alex.
Fuck you, Skype. Fuck you, Audacity.
He brings the awesome every week, and but at least his audio is somewhat good. It's I Yield to No One.
Man, we've already got the bleeps going.
Fuck the bleeps.
Fuck the bleeps.
I got the bleeps, the screeps, and the things.
The what? The what? The what?
We've been jammed!
I hate jam.
Strawberry jam. There's only one man in this universe that uses strawberry. Lone Star. How the fuck did we go into that already?
Because you lost the bleeps, you lost the sweeps, and you lost the creeps.
Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
I'm still waiting for that sequel, damn it.
They are making it.
They better.
The only problem is now John Candy can't be in it.
Well, you'll have that.
Yes. Oh, Hordem, how are you doing? It's been a long week for the old Tricky. But I'm glad to be here. I'm very grateful to Alex and Yield for being here to record. Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm very grateful for Audacity for fucking off.
All right, well, let's do the show before Audacity decides to take its revenge on you. Let's do our updated trophy count. I am level 34, total trophies of 8,828 with 87 platinums. Alex.
I am level 30. I have 6,539 total trophies, and I have 97 platinums in 96 games because I have a new platinum.
Whoop whoop.
All right, everybody's giving you credit for it. I don't know if you deserve as much credit as you've been getting, but what is your new platinum, sir?
My new platinum is my favorite game ever made. It's the one and only, from Japan Studio, Shadow of the Colossus.
All right, Yield.
Tricky, you go beat those time attacks and then talk some shit.
Listen, I'm not taking anything away from you, sir. I'm just saying I think you're getting a little too much love and respect for that platinum.
Listeners, I want to point out that Tricky has never played the game.
Never.
Nor will I ever.
Ever.
Because you want to deprive yourself of a wonderful gaming opportunity.
No. I said I would play it once the race to 100's over. I plan on playing it.
And once it goes free for PlayStation Plus.
Well, and you know that's going to happen. All right, Yield, what are your trophies, sir?
I am a level 25 with a trophy count of 4930 and a platinum count of 74.
And Steve is level 14, total trophies of
It doesn't matter what Steve is!
78. With a
Well
count
done,
of
Yield.
5.
That came out of nowhere. Not even Tricky can reverse and say he expected that.
Thank you. It's been a while.
And Sid is level 28, total trophies of 6,373 with 89 platinums. Actually, I think that's wrong. Did anybody update Sid?
No, I did not. Did you?
I don't know. Originally, I wasn't supposed to record, so I didn't update anybody else's.
I did mine.
All right, I'm going to assume.
Keep talking. I'll look.
Well, I'm already looking up Sid.
Well, so am I.
Well, I got it on my phone right. His profile's coming up right now, sir.
He is 668.58. What do we have him as?
You know what? He is 6'6", 5'8", and Sid has won the race to 100. He has 100 platinums.
I told you he would.
Up it's over with.
So, in a way, I kind of actually won too. Because I bet on... Well, I didn't bet on him, but if I had money, I would have put him on Sid, and I called it.
All right, I'm just putting it. Since we only have double-digit plats for the agenda, I'm putting him as 00. He has 0 platinums.
Here's the thing, though. Tricky said last week that, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, that Sid would come out and gloat if he won the trophy race. Well, I don't hear any gloating coming from Big Sid.
Oh, let's see. Let's see what platinum of 100 was for him.
Looks like a Batman. Telltale.
Yeah. You know, he's got a platinum in a game called Her Majesty's Spiffin.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And he's got a double platinum. You know what? I'm calling shenanigans.
Uh-oh. Shenanigans has been called.
I am calling shenanigans.
Because you lost?
Well, I think Sid should only have 99 platinums.
And why is this?
I'm looking at his trophies right now.
Okay.
And we all know that there are certain games where you can earn trophies on the Vita and the PS4, and they all go into the same list.
Yes.
He has 2 platinums in the same game, and both lists, PS Vita and PS4, shared list for a game called Energy Invasion.
He worked the system, and the system worked.
Let's see if he cross-saved here. I'm not getting timestamps. All right, investigation must be done. I'm not going down without a fight.
Well, you're still 13 behind, so you better start fighting hard.
Technically, I'm not 13 behind. I have 7 platinums on the PS4 that I haven't synced up yet.
Okay, so you're still 6 behind. But as of this recording, you're only 13. Officially.
Yes. All right. Let's get into what we're playing. I haven't played anything all week. Actually, no. I take that back. I have played a little bit of games. I dived into this little gem called Monster Hunter World.
Really?
I did.
You did? I'm so sorry.
I am not liking the combat at all. Now, everybody I heard talk to said that if I'm not liking the combat, to try a different weapon. Because apparently there's 13 different weapons in the game. I've only tried one. I've put about 7 hours in. So I'm going to try a different weapon. But I did get it pre-owned from the GameStop. I rented it from GameStop. So if I don't like it, it will be going back. You laugh a little too hard at that.
How many more days do you have until your rental's up?
4 days.
Okay. This game's busted, man. It sucks.
You laugh too hard at that.
I'm sorry, because I know what you're doing. That's why I laugh too hard at it.
I rented it from GameStop.
You're working the system, and the system works.
And I played this other game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan.
Hasn't that been out already?
Didn't Donnie previously play that and say it was not very good?
I think this game came out post Donnie.
Is this the one made by Platinum
Games? Yes.
No, it's the same one.
Okay.
Because Bebop is the first boss, right? And he's got a chainsaw.
Yes.
Same game.
I like the game. I like the combat is pretty good. It's a little confusing at first because you can change your turtles. Each turtle has a 4 different super moves.
And each one only costs $2.
No, this isn't an EA game.
Oh, my bad.
I like it because there's certain points in the game where normally in a game like this, you if you're going out as Leonardo, the other 3 are there to help you, but they're not really helping you.
Oh, standard AI help.
Right. This one, the second mission, I had to transport gold to return it. And I'm playing as Leonardo. Immediately, Raphael went, picked up the gold and brought it to the goal. When there was a computer to be hacked, Donatello jumped on it. And you can choose, like, if I'm the one hacking the computer, I could choose for my turtles to protect me, or I could just send them out to say, do nothing. Remember like the old SOCOM games where you could use voice commands and tell your troops, hey, travel to point B, travel to point C. This, I mean, it's not voice commands, but you could use a controller and you could tell them, hey, protect me. If I'm doing the computer, make sure I don't get hit. I'm liking it. I'm 3 missions in. And I'm liking it. Thing that sucks is I buy all my games digital now, and apparently due licensing rights, this game is no longer available digitally. So if I want to keep it, I have to have a physical copy of the game.
Well, how are you playing it then?
Well, I rented it from Gamestop.
Oh, okay. So if you want to keep it. I got you.
Yeah. And the other game that I got, which I haven't tried yet, is Werewolves Within, which is a VR game. But from what I understand, it's multiplayer only.
Okay.
Werewolves Within? What kind of D-grade horror movie bullshit is this?
I don't know.
He's about to find out.
Did you get this out of like a fire sale at the last remaining Kmart on Earth?
No, this was also rented from GameStop. But this was only an $8 rental. But on the back, it says...
You paid too much.
From 5 to 8 players. Not 1, 2, 3, or 4. There's 5 to 8 players that can play this game. So you have to have a minimum of 5 people to play.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to be playing that one.
No, because I don't think you know 5 other people who have that game and a VR.
That is true.
See?
Yield, what have you been playing, sir?
So, I've been playing some Baseball Riot. Been playing some Lego Jurassic World. Working through my free play. Basically, checklisting for the Platinum. Jump back into some Uncharted 4. Because I need to work on that Platinum. Got all my MP trophies. So now I'm just playing through hard and crushing. Almost through hard. I realized that game that it doesn't really get good until Madagascar. Once you get from Madagascar on, that's when the game really gets enjoyable for me. Up until then, I'm just like, eh. So, and see, what else have I been playing? And I played some Rocket League.
Always with the Rocket League.
Always with the Rocket League. Schooling my buddies on some Rocket League.
And Alex, what have you been playing, sir?
Oh, you know what I've been playing.
After you got your bullshit Platinum of Shadow of the Colossus.
Whoa, you shut your whore mouth.
I do have a whore mouth.
Yeah, you do. Listeners, he just insulted Shadow of the Colossus. Get him. Says the guy who's playing like the easiest fucking games in the world to get to 100 while I'm playing games I like, and yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus.
So yes, I've been playing Shadow of the Colossus, and
Shadow of the Poopy.
I'm gonna punch you straight in the fucking nose. But I've said this on a few previous podcasts, but after playing this game for the third time, well, on the third different console, third different version, I think it's far and away my favorite game of all time. Even though I had to play through the game about 5 times, almost 6 times with the time attacks included, I still enjoyed it every time. Like, by the time I got into the final Colossus, I was ready to fight the first one again. So it's just a magnificent game, and I enjoy the story and the twists and the turns in the narrative, and just the Colossi, as well as the world itself, are just awe-inspiring. But I will say, like, one tip that I will give you all, as far as, like, trophy hunting goes, you know, it's not really that hard of a platinum to get as long as you're willing to invest the time, and you can deal with the frustration of some of the time attacks. The time attacks in general, you have to go through time attack on normal and time attack on hard because you have to get all of the weapons, the entire weapon set, all at once. The only one that'll really give you a lot of trouble is the third Colossus, Gaius, on hard. Because you have to basically... it's not really the time restraint that'll get you, it's the grip. Because no matter how much grip, your grip will carry over and like your health that you've accrued will carry over until a New Game Plus. But it won't carry over into the time attack. So you basically... There's a sigil on his stomach, on his head, and then on the back of his, I think it's his left arm. And really the grip getting to that left arm is really the problem because you have to stab it like 3 or 4 times and just getting to it will take a lot of your grip away. So really that's going to be the big issue against him is just grip. But the way that I beat him was I jumped onto his sword after he slammed it down on the ground. I jumped to his hip and then from there I jumped back on when he lowered the wrist restraint. I jumped onto the wrist restraint from the hip, got up to the head, took out the head, fell down on the back, shimmied around to his front, stabbed the stomach, and then jumped back on the wrist restraint, climbed back up, and then climbed down to the left arm, the back of the left arm, and that's how I did it. But yeah, that's the toughest part about the entire platinum trophy. It's gonna be a time investment, but if you're like me and you love Shadow of the Colossus, it's no big deal at all. You just enjoy the entire ride the entire time. Go to hell, Tricky.
What?
You were snoring. Look, do you know how many times I've tuned out all the bullshit games you've talked about? Oh, let's talk about Metal Gear Solid, blah, blah, blah.
Well, let's talk about Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it's no Shadow of the Colossus.
No, we're going to talk about the new Metal Gear.
Well, we will later.
Yeah, the real Metal Gear.
Ooh.
That's fighting words
Those
right
fighting
there.
words right there.
All right, let's get into it. We talked about the rumor. Well, my gentlemen, my husband brothers, it's true.
I'm going to be part of this problem.
It's
Burnout
damn
Paradise has been remastered, and it's coming out. And not only is it coming out, it's coming out soon. Burnout Paradise has officially been announced for remastered for the PS4, the Xbox One, and a PC version to follow. The announcement proves the previous Burnout Paradise rumors were true. The remaster will include all 8 pieces of DLC, including Big Surf Island.
I liked Big Surf Island.
I did too. Pre-orders are now open for a March 16th release on consoles. EA Access members can dive in on March 9th with the first play trial for 10 hours of unrestricted gameplay. A PC release is coming soon, and there is no release date for that yet.
Actually, I got more miles at a party.
I don't remember where I got the most. I remember playing that game nonstop. That was actually my first official platinum.
Bravo. I too got the platinum in the PS3 version.
Now, that's the good news. And I have more good news, but there was slightly some confusing news when this was announced.
Okay.
Players were, to put it politely, confused by a store listing for the newly announced Burnout Paradise Remastered that include a mention of microtransactions.
Well, of course, it's EA. They're going to charge you like 3 cents a mile.
But EA has now clarified that that was an error. EA's Ben Walk took to Twitter to clarify that this was a mistake and not an added feature. He said on Twitter, quote, "Just a heads up, but the store listing for Burnout Paradise that mentions in-game purchases optional is an error. There is no microtransactions or any additional pay for content. Pitchforks down, please."
Until they patch it day one.
Well, microtransactions really wouldn't have made sense for the game. Because what are they going to charge you for?
Every smash gate you destroy. Destruction of community property.
So, that's good news.
That's good news.
You guys going to be diving back into the world of Paradise?
Next to Split Second, that's probably like my second favorite kind of arcadey racer. Yes, I said next to Split Second.
Because
Alex?
Black Rock Studios' Split Second was great.
It was great. Alex, you really should give it a try, though. It's really fun.
I'm considering it. What's the price again?
think it's 40.
$40.
I could do that.
Which I'm gonna yield. I don't know if you saw it, and I don't know how you're gonna react to it.
What's that?
But I'm gonna give you the floor a second because we had a super fan.
Okay.
That when I posted this in the Trophy Horse group, decided he wanted to mouth off a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the post right now real quick. Hold on. I'm getting there. Oh, by the way, I want to give a big fuck you to Roberto for posting the spider in the group. I just had to see that again. All right. I found the nope.
The comment in question?
Oh my lord, where the hell did it?
I don't know. Where was it in? The Facebook group?
It was in the Facebook group.
Okay. The posting of your pre-order?
Yes, that's actually the one that I'm looking for.
Okay.
I posted the picture, the screenshot from, not a screenshot. I took a picture of my phone of my PlayStation 4, my pre-order. And Mr. Stink Palm replied, for $40? Nope. I said, are you kidding? That is a great price for the game and all the DLC. He says, so is just buying the original. I sent a meme saying, you bugging. He said, no, I think Ratchet & Clank Remake and Crash Trilogy are much more worth the price. I said, I replied, they are worth that price, but so is this game. He says, I don't agree. I love this game and have the PS3 Platinum, but I refuse to pay more than $20. And which I replied with a meme of Steve Harvey saying, oh, you crazy.
Well, I mean, it'll be $20 by the holiday season. So,
but you're refusing to pay more than $20 for this game?
There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel it's outside of your range, then there's no harm in waiting. I don't think $40. I mean, personally, me, I don't think $40 for a remastered version with everything is not necessarily a bad starting point. I see his point as in, well, you could go pick it up for $20. The problem is that version of the game, you can't even find it used for $20. I mean, it is really, really hard to find. So, I personally don't think $40 is too bad. I mean, they could have easily, being EA, they could have easily rolled it out as $60.
And it still would have been worth the price.
And I wouldn't have paid $60 for it.
Well, no. What I'm saying is $60 is still a good price for all that. Considering that we got the original PS3 version for $60, and then all the DLC except for Big Surf Island was free content.
Yeah. So I'll disagree with you on that one. I don't think $60 would be good for it. I think 40 is a good starting point. But that seems to be the standard starting point for remasters as of the last couple of years. So that's like I said, that's just my opinion. And Stink Palms,
Shadow of the Colossus is $40.
See, there you go. And I wasn't
and that's $39 too much.
Also, the Ratchet and Clank game that came out for the PS4 alongside the movie, that was also $40.
That was 40. Crash Bandicoot, was that 30 or 40?
I think it was 30.
I think it was 40.
Okay, so there you go. So it seems to be the standard going for remasters is 40. So that's the starting point. So if you feel it's outside your realm, and you're more than willing to feel that, I don't feel, like I said, that they're overly gouging us. Wait till Thanksgiving, because it'll be down to 20, if not before then. Because you already see Crash starting to come down. I've seen Crash down around $30 already.
All right, let's move on. Paladin's developer is removing the controversial loot box system from their game.
Yay!
Paladin's developer Hi-Res Studios is removing the controversial loot box system introduced in the game's Cards Unbound update, the studio announced today. Quote, "We know the system has angered many of our most loyal fans and become a point of continuous contention in Paladin's community, and even inside of Hi-Res." End quote. Chris Larson, who was recently appointed executive producer of Paladin, said in the studio's latest update, quote, "Your voice has been heard loud and clear. Our team will be working over the next major release cycle to remove Cards Unbound from the game." Originally revealed in November 2017, Cards Unbound added power levels to Paladin's cards and gave players with higher level cards an advantage over players with low-level cards in the popular quick play mode. It has simplified the card system of competitive mode, angering many players. So they're taking it out.
Good for them.
Essentially, because it became a pay-to-win thing, where
Yes.
the higher your card, you could obviously more easily beat people with the lower level cards, I should say.
All right, Death Stranding fans, I have some news for you. Troy Baker and Emily O'Brien are joining the cast of the game. Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding features some big names from film and TV, and they'll be joined by veteran video game voice actor Troy Baker, writer and actress Emily O'Brien. O'Brien shared an Instagram post of herself with Norman Reedus and Troy Baker, writing, quote, "Honored to be working alongside these two fine lads on Hideo Kojima's new project, Death Stranding," end quote.
Hey, spoiler. Troy Baker plays a rock.
And he'd play that rock well. The game remains somewhat mysterious despite Kojima talking about elements of it, like death and all those babies. Kojima has also said it will encompass elements of social media. Mads Mikkelsen has the Death Stranding plot explained to him, but says it was so elaborate that he got lost, and Guillermo del Toro, who also features in the title, was expecting to see some gameplay last year, saying, quote, "In Death Stranding, I'm just a puppet. I don't know what he's going to make me do. He's supposedly going to show me the gameplay at some point in the next couple weeks," end quote.
Until I see gameplay, I'm still not as excited as everybody else.
You know what? I'm a big Hideo fan, and I can't get excited for this. I want to be excited for it.
Until I know. I was a little bit excited after, what was it? Was it PSX? Where they kind of explained the whole, you're dead, but you're not dead. You know, you can die, but you can be in purgatory. I'm like, all right, this sounds interesting. But still, until I know what's going on, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon yet. I'll just watch it from the sidewalk.
We're probably not going to see this game until 2020 or 2021.
That's fine.
Here's the thing. Like, a great example of this, using mystery to drum up support for and intrigue into your property, whatever it is, movie, game. The best example I can think of is Cloverfield, because they made it a point not to show you the monster, to leave you wondering and questioning everything. And then the movie comes out, and you see little glimpses of the monster here and there, but it doesn't come out until pretty much the end of the movie. And it was the perfect build to the payoff, which was seeing the monster. And it actually worked well. This game, like, I feel like we've heard about this game for so long now and still know absolutely nothing about it, that it's beginning to basically, like, lose interest. I mean, how long can you be interested in a Hideo Kojima game which you know almost nothing about? Like, at some point the mystery has to disperse, hopefully by you releasing the game. But, it doesn't even seem, if Guillermo del Toro hasn't seen it yet, it doesn't even seem like the game is anywhere near release, and here we are left with all these questions.
Alex, they will wait for that game as long as everybody waited for,
The Last Guardian.
Well,
Duke Nukem Forever?
No, I was going more of GTA Online.
Oh, you're talking about the heist.
Yeah. But Duke Nukem Forever, that'll work too, which was a good game, folks. Still saying.
I just feel like we've been hearing about this game for 2 fucking years now.
We have.
And all we've gotten is CG trailers. No gameplay.
Yeah, but you know what? Listen, when it comes to Hideo Kojima, I'm fully fine with saying, take your time.
But didn't you just say that you weren't really interested in this game?
That's what he said.
No. I says I can't get excited for the game. I want to be excited for it because I know Hideo Kojima does good work. Now, granted, all of his good work
opinion.
All of his good work is based on a series that I cherish. But if he puts the amount of work into Death Stranding that he has put into his Metal Gear games, I'm sold.
You still won't know what's going on at the end of the game.
Well, I think it was Mark Cerny who said you play the game for 10 to 15 hours, then you finally start to understand what the hell's going on.
That's more than likely true.
God, it's like the beginning of a Zelda game.
Especially Breath of the Wild.
Have to go through 10 hours of tutorials just to be able to use your sword on a fucking Deku kid.
Hey, now that was Skyward Sword.
Alright, Konami continues to shit the bed. Metal Gear Survive is making you pay $10.
Say what?
For a new save if you don't want to delete your existing character.
Man, that's a steal. They could have easily charged $20.
Each new character you create in Metal Gear Survive will cost you $10 if you don't want to delete your first one. Keeping your existing character essentially means creating another save file for your new one, and IGN has confirmed that each new save file will cost 1,000 survival coins, and you can buy 1,150 coins for $10.
So theoretically, you could earn survival coins, or no, you have to pay to get survival coins.
I have no idea because I'm not playing this game.
Okay, well, so technically saying that you have to pay for a new save slot could be incorrect if you can earn survival coins.
Here's the thing, folks, and I want somebody to get record of this. I guarantee that even if Tricky does not want to admit it, he is intrigued by this game simply because it has Metal Gear in the title, even if it's not the mainline game.
Not
I guarantee he gives us a play. He just won't be online. He'll go he'll appear offline so you can't see he's playing it.
No, this game requires you to be online. I will never...
Ever?
Unless they give me this game for absolutely free, I am never playing this game.
Let me ask you a question. Let me give you a scenario. What if you can get the Platinum Trophy in 2 hours?
Not even that.
Oh, you are a damn fucking liar. You will play some shitty-ass game for a Platinum. You damn sure can get through this.
I am not playing Metal Gear Survive unless they give it to me for free. And even if they give it to me for free, I'm going to be hard-pressed to play it.
Because Hideo Kojima's not attached to it?
No, because they bastardized everything.
Well, it is a generic zombie game.
And they just slapped the Metal Gear name on it. If they would have named it anything else, I might have given this a shot. But you're taking, after the way they treated Hideo Kojima, and now you take his property away from him. Now, I know Konami owns it. It was never really Hideo Kojima's. But that is his product. You take his product, and in a straight-out money grab, you release, as Yield says, a generic zombie game and slap the Metal Gear name on it just for brand recognition.
Hey, you know how to stop them from doing that?
Don't buy the game.
Nobody buy the game.
I named one of our episodes, Do Not Buy Metal Gear Survive.
Worst episode title ever.
I have to agree with Alex on that. But, nice political bandstanding. Or soapbox bandstanding. We'll say soapbox. Political's a little strong.
All right, so the DICE Awards happened a couple days ago.
They did?
They did.
Did I get a Yahtzee?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm going to go over the awards real quick. If you guys want to talk about any particular one, stop me. We can have a conversation. But I'm just going to go through this.
I just want to stop you right now.
typically this is what I do for all of the award shows.
No, seriously, stop right now.
Outstanding achievement in online gameplay. The nominees were Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, Fortnite, PUBG, and
Shadow of the Colossus.
The winner was Battlegrounds. Mobile Game of the Year was nominees are Cat Quest, Fire Emblem Heroes, Gora Gora, Monument Valley 2, and Splitter Critters. The winner was Fire Emblem Heroes. Handheld Game of the Year, Dragon Quest 8, Astrian Odyssey 5, Fire
Shadow of the
Emblem
Colossus,
Echoes, Metroid Samus Returns, and Monster Hunter Stories. The winner was Samus Returns.
Ha! Got that one right.
Dice Sprite Award, the nominees were Everything.
Dice Sprite Award?
I don't know. Gora Gora, Night in the Woods, Pyre, and Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips was your winner.
Were they drinking a Sprite?
Immersive Reality Game of the Year. Your nominees were Lone Echo Echo Arena, Psychonauts and Rhombus of Ruin, Robo Recall, Space Pirate Trainer, and Wilson's Heart.
Space Pirate Trainer!
Your winner was Lone Echo Echo Arena.
Man, that's whack.
Immersive Reality Technical Achievement. Your nominees
Can
were
you
Lone
speak
Echo.
English?
They're basically saying best VR game.
I'm surprised that Tricky's not stumbling over these words a little bit more.
Your nominees were Lone Echo Echo Arena, Robo Recall, Star Trek, Bridge Crew, Divisible Hours, and Wilson's Heart. Your winner was Lone Echo. Strategy Simulation Game of the Year. There's your stumble there, Alex. Your nominees were Endless Space 2, Halo Wars 2, which I didn't think came out this year. I thought that came out a couple years ago, honestly.
I think it was in like a long time beta, wasn't it?
I don't know. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Total War Warhammer 2, and XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Your winner was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Oh, whatever.
Sports Game of the Year. Your nominees were Everyone's Golf, FIFA 18, Golf Clash, Madden 18, and MLB The Show 17. Your winner was FIFA 18.
Oh, you FIFA people are smoking some serious weed.
Role-playing Game of the Year. Your nominees were Divinity Original Sin 2, Middle-earth, Shadow of War, Nier Automata, Persona 5, and Torment Tides of Numenera. Your winner was Nier Automata.
I figured as much.
Racing Game of the Year.
Split second.
How did you say that? Near what?
Which one? Nier Automata.
Isn't it Automata?
You know what? I've heard people say both ways. That's just the way I say it.
Some people say it correctly and say Mario, and other people say it incorrect and say Mario.
Racing Game of the Year. Your nominees were Dirt 4, Forza Motorsport 7, Gran Turismo Sport, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Project
Diddy Kong
Cars
Racing
2. And your winner was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I'm fine with that.
What the fuck did you just say?
He said Mario 8 Kart Deluxe. It's DLC for Mario Kart.
I'm just laughing because I hear Alice in the background making his comments, and I'm just trying to keep going. But I have a gripe with this one. How the hell does a port beat out Forza?
Because Forza sucks. There, I just got the fanboys going.
Yeah, because a lot of people say that Forza are the best racing games out there. Moving on, Fighting Game of the Year. Your nominees were ARMS, Injustice 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Nidhogg
Super Street
2,
Fighter 2, the new challengers.
and Tekken 7, and your winner was Injustice 2.
Man, Tekken has fallen so far. It used to be the king of fighting games, coming in dethroning Virtua Fighter, and shit, now it can't even win an award.
Family Game of the Year. Your nominees were Drop Mix, G-Nog, Just Dance 2018, SingStar Celebration, and Snipper Clips, and your winner was Snipper Clips.
You watch your dirty mouth.
Little known fact, that Tricky's favorite video game is Just Dance.
No, that's my daughter's favorite game. Adventure Game of the Year.
No, come on.
All right, are you either of you guys looking at this list?
No.
Hell no.
All right, then from now on, I'm going to have you guys try to guess the winner.
But this is more fun this way. I'm having a blast.
Adventure Game of the Year. Your nominees were Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon Zero Dawn, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy.
Okay, well, you know what I'm going with, and I know it didn't win, but I'm going with Horizon.
Alex?
He's going with Horizon.
Zelda won.
See, I told you.
Action Game of the Year. Call of Duty World War II, Cuphead, Destiny 2, PUBG, and Wolfenstein.
Castle Crashers.
Oh, Cuphead, baby. I don't even know why that's in the same category with those other games, but I'm going with Cuphead.
I'm just going to point out, because I watched this live. This is Action Game of the Year. Your nominees are Call of Duty World War II, Shooter, Cuphead, Action Game, Destiny 2, Shooter, PUBG, Shooter, Wolfenstein 2, Shooter. So there's only one action game. That's the game that should won. But no, PUBG won.
You could technically consider Lost Legacy an action game.
But that wasn't nominated.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to point out there wasn't enough action games.
Outstanding technical achievement. Your nominees are Assassin's Creed Origins, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Horizon Zero Dawn, Lone Echo Arena, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Grim Fandango.
He's going.
Your winner was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah! About time they win something.
Outstanding achievement in story. Your nominees were Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Horizon Zero Dawn, Night in the Woods, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Wolfenstein 2.
Now, I did hear that Edith Finch game's pretty good.
Your winner is
Banjo-Kazooie.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah!
Outstanding achievement in sound design.
Which means it sounded pretty.
Your nominees are Destiny 2, Injustice 2, Battlefront 2, Super Mario Odyssey, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Your winner was
Dead Space.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, whatever.
Outstanding achievement in original music composition. Your nominees are Call of Duty World War II,
That's not original.
Cuphead,
That's original.
Horizon Zero Dawn,
That's original.
Rhyme,
I haven't played that yet, so I don't know if that's original, but that was free for Plus, so how did that come out? Oh, maybe it came out last year. Okay.
Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Horizon.
Your winner is Cuphead.
I'm fine with that, because that's original.
Well, this was original music composition, meaning that the music was made only for this game.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. Cuphead looked like a really fun game.
Okay. Outstanding achievement in character. Your nominees are Assassin's Creed Origins, Bayek, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice for Senua, Horizon Zero Dawn for Aloy, Battlefront 2 for Eden, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy, Chloe Frazier. Your winner was Hellblade for Senua.
I'm fine with that.
Outstanding achievement in art direction. Your nominees were Cuphead, Hellblade, Horizon, Little Nightmares, and Breath of the Wild.
So it has to be Cuphead. Like I can't even joke about this. It's got to be Cuphead.
It's Cuphead. Your winner, your next category, outstanding achievement in animation.
Okay, you can just stop right there because it's Cuphead.
All right, Cuphead won, but the other nominees were For Honor, Hellblade, Horizon, and Lost Legacy.
No, because it's animation. Cuphead is the only animated game in that group.
All right, 3 more categories. Outstanding achievement in game direction. Your nominees were Gora, Horizon Zero Dawn, Breath of the Wild, Lost Legacy, and What Remains of Edith Finch. Your winner was Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, malarkey.
Outstanding achievement in game design. Your nominees were Gora, Horizon Zero Dawn, PUBG, Super Mario Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild. Your winner? Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you.
I'm surprised that Breath of the Wild is beating Super Mario Odyssey in so many categories, to be honest.
Game of the Year. Last category.
Last one!
Your nominees for Game of the Year is Cuphead, Horizon Zero Dawn, PUBG, Super Mario Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild. Your winner is...
My heart says Horizon Zero Dawn, but my head says Breath of the Wild.
Yield?
Well, I know who won, and I'm going Horizon anyway.
Your winner was Breath of the Wild.
See, I'm calling shenanigans. Y'all people who had a hard-on for Zelda, who didn't even know what Zelda was, you're going to make me hate this game.
I'm going to do some research for next week, but I want to see who voted for the winners.
With your master sword breaking asses.
So, all right. At this time, we're going to shoot across the pond and listen to this week's Sophie's Trophy.
The winner with the race to 100!
Hey guys, how we all doing? Welcome back to Sophie's Trophies, episode 28. As always, I'm Sid, hope you guys are okay. As last week's trophy guide was a bit longer than normal, 16 minutes it clocked in at, I think this one will be a bit quicker. Again, it's an indie game. You know me, I like my little indie games, guys. Quite good to play through quite a lot of the time. This one is called Butter and Friends Babysitter Sim. The whole point of it is to stop the baby getting kidnapped. You play a hand, or the babysitter's hand, and the whole idea is you pick up the baby and protect it from being kidnapped by various nefarious people. The game itself is very simple, very quick. There are a couple of trophies that could cause you a little bit of a trouble, or a little bit of trouble, shall we say. I was going to say a little bit of a headache, but they're not that bad. Okay guys, let's get into it. The first one, Guardian of Babies, Platinum. As always guys, that's the first one I read out. 30.3% rare, get all other trophies. Baby Boom, unlock all babies. Now you start with Butter. Once you have protected Butter for 12 hours, which is the set amount of time, you will unlock the next baby. So you use the next baby, and that will unlock the next baby, so on and so forth till you have unlocked all 9. Each level probably takes around 3 or 4 minutes, I think. Handful of babies. Successfully babysit 4 babies in one sitting. This is quite a tough little trophy, guys. It's not hard, it's just annoying, because as you're protecting one baby, another baby could be at the other side of the house being kidnapped. So the whole idea is just keep them all together as best you can. Sometimes they do wander off though, so that can be a pain in the arse. Babysitters Club. Successfully babysit with 4 sitters. Now, if you're like me, guys, you play on your own. But if you just sign in some guests into your PSN or your PlayStation, it will show up as having 4 players. Basically start the game and finish a level. Very simple. Can't touch this. Successfully babysit without the baby ever having gotten grabbed by an abductor. That was a bit of a mouthful, guys. This one is a 36.0% rare trophy, and basically protect your baby, don't let it get kidnapped. So pick it up, carry it over the abductors. Handful of Babysitters, by the way, was a 31.1% rare trophy, and Babysitters Club is a 35.9% rare trophy. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention those. The Efficient Sitter. Successfully babysit without ever having exhausted your hand. This one is another easy one, guys. When you pick the baby up, if you hold it for too long, your hand will get tired, you will notice your pad to shake, and if you leave it for too long, your hand will drop to the floor for a few seconds. Basically do a level without that happening. Proficient Sitter. Basically just do a level without having to retry. Very easy if you're playing the game on easy, I have to say. That is a 57.5% common trophy, guys. Certified Babysitter. Successfully babysit for the first time. Again, put the game on easy, do a level. Veteran Babysitter. Successfully babysit on hard difficulty for the first time. That one, guys, is a 41.0% rare trophy. It's not too difficult, really. The bad guys just move a bit quicker. So put it on hard and do a level. Have a baby returned home after being dropped by an abductor just outside the door. There are 2 doors, one on each side, guys. And if the baby goes outside and gets dropped to the floor, you can pick it up and bring it back in. You don't have much time to do this, so just be aware of that, but it's really not that difficult. The negligent sitter. Successfully babysit, but have every type of enemy abduct the baby. There are a few. There's a UFO and a hawk. There is a burglar. There is a beach ball. And there is a cat. Now, none of this makes any sense, guys. It really doesn't, because all your babies are items of food. But anyway, let everybody pick the baby up once. To get the baby back, just hold your hand over the baby or the abductor and press X to slap it till it drops the baby. Bad bread. Successfully babysit bread on hard difficulty. Bread is the 9th baby you unlock, so once you have unlocked him, very simple, just put the game on hard and complete a level with him. So yeah, they're the trophies for this one, guys. Not too many, I have to say. The game itself, very simple. I got it because my stepdaughter said it looked good. Kids tend to like this game, from what I've noticed. She liked the aesthetic of it, shall we say. And Toby spent most of his time shouting at the cat when it kidnapped the baby. He kept shouting, "No kitty." So yeah, that's that one, guys. I think it's a good one for kids. For adults, not so much really, not much there. I mean, it's a platinum trophy, guys. If you want a little platinum trophy, and the game was cheap, £2.89. So yeah, Butter and Friends Babysitter Sim. Give it a go, I guess. It's not too bad. It's very quick and very simple. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this week. As always, if you want to get in touch with me, Sidders1978 on the PlayStation or PSN, Sid at Proven Gamer on the email, at Sidney on the Twitter, or the Trophy Horse Facebook group. Any one of those will do. Okay, guys, I hope this one was okay for you, and talk to you next week, and keep getting those trophies. Bye.
All right, thank you, Sid, for this week's Sophie's Trophy. All right, Alex, it's your turn to lead us down the path. What's hot in gaming?
Yes, so I want to keep this segment alive. It's just kind of some quick hit news as some games coming out this week. Well, the first one not really coming out this week. It's March 16th is when we're getting Burnout Paradise Remastered. Drew, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the show, so definitely keep an eye out for that, especially if you've never played it before. $40 seems like a pretty reasonable price to ask for the game, especially since they're including some DLC into that as well. So pick that up on March 16th. We also, this week on February 27th, have Moss, the PlayStation VR game starring Quill, our little mouse friend, and all the little adventures she's going on. So that is going to be coming out this week. And it looks like a really cool, endearing game when I saw it at E3, so I thought I'd mention it again, because, we like to support the Sonys around here.
And I have that pre-ordered.
You have it pre-ordered?
Yes, I do. And I don't want to cut your segment. I'm going to interrupt your segment for a second. Did you guys see the little Twitter exchange I had with the developers?
I saw you ask a question, but I did not see the exchange, or I did not see the response.
Was Tricky's question, can I get a platinum from pressing start on this game?
No, he didn't want to be scared crapless using the VR and see a spider.
He's right. On February 6th, I sent a tweet to Polyarch Games, said, because I'm a big baby and am afraid of spiders, can you tell me if there are any in Moss? They responded by saying, no spiders. Our writer wouldn't let us put them in the game. So I said, then I'm a day one purchase.
I really hope there's like DLC spiders or something like that.
I have the sneaky suspicion that they're lying to me.
And we would adore them for that. The last thing I want to bring up in What's Hot in Game is not necessarily a PlayStation game, But, since we all carry around our phones, it's a game that many of us will have access to, whether you play on the Xbox, or you play on the PlayStation 4, or you play on the Switch. It's Ghostbusters World, which you're traveling around the city and capturing different ghosts from the movie series, the franchises, which sounds really cool. And it's also kind of being compared to Pokemon Go, which Ghostbusters, like in the world of Pokemon Go, or I should say a Pokemon Go-esque game, sounds really fucking exciting to me. Because I want to catch me some ghouls from the world of Ghostbusters. The Scolari brothers from Ghostbusters 2, and God, I want to catch Slimer and Stay Puft.
Are you going to be running around parks trying to catch all these ghosts?
I mean, I'd like to think so, that I'm going to show some dedication to keeping the city safe from ghosts and ghouls and goblins.
I see Athena going on a lot of walks then.
Who are you gonna call? You're finally gonna fucking call me, because I'm gonna catch all them fucking ghosts.
What about you, Yield? You gonna be running around the parks trying to catch some ghosts?
No. I saw a little trailer for it today on the internet, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Nah.
Tricky.
Yes, sir.
Are you afraid of some ghosts?
I'm not afraid
of ghosts. It doesn't matter if you're afraid of ghosts!
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I'm afraid of spiders.
You are afraid of a fucking charcoal drawing of a spider.
I swear to God, I will throw the headset into the wall.
Tricky, if somebody asked you to wear one of those novelty spider rings, the little plastic spider rings like the kids get for Halloween, would you do it for $20?
Not happening.
Would you do it for a free copy of Metal Gear Survive?
Absolutely not.
Would you do it for $50?
No. I won't do it.
It's a plastic spider. It's not real. It can't bite you.
Listen, I tried to explain this to my mother, who played a practical joke on me, not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. My mother thought it was a funny thing to do to get me this big, mechanicalized spider and put it in a Christmas present.
Oh, that was very sweet of her.
Well, there's videos of this surfacing around the internet. I opened it up, and it's one of those mechanical ones where the legs aren't stiff, like they bounce around a little bit.
So it's a bouncing spider, even better.
So I went to open the box, and I opened it up, and as I opened it up, my hand touched one of the legs. But I wasn't sure what it was. I just opened it, and then as I ripped open the box, the leg started bouncing, and I noticed it, it was a spider. But because I hadn't processed the fact that I touched the leg and made it bounce, I thought it was alive, threw the box, and hit my daughter in the forehead.
That's not funny, but that's funny.
It's not funny, but I went outside, pouted for about a good 20 minutes. And then my mother comes out saying, oh, relax, it's just a joke. And I tried to explain to my mother, it's funny. I get that people find it funny. I get it's funny that people send me spider pictures to fuck with me. Yield is included.
I have actually backed off for the last few years.
I have been in a Target before and seen, like, lights for Halloween, like instead of Christmas lights, like little spider lights, and sent pictures of that to Tricky. I've been in an art gallery in downtown Louisville and seen a picture of a drawing of a spider and sent that to Tricky.
Yes, but I have to stress this to you. This is not like a ha ha, I'm afraid of spiders. I am petrified of spiders. So if I see one, I go into a panic.
You must have really freaked out on Uncharted 3.
Dude, I did that segment where you have to run back from the spiders. I did that entire segment with my eyes closed, praying to God I didn't fail.
Who better than Tricky to run away from spiders really quickly?
I cannot explain it to you guys any better than it locks my body up if I see one. It's a real, genuine fear. And I can't explain it to you unless you are that petrified of something in your life, which I know you guys are not. I cannot explain to you how bad it's not even like, haha, I can laugh about it now. Like I'm laughing about Roberto putting the picture in the video in the Facebook group. I can laugh about it, but in the moment, not expecting it, it is the most uncomfortable feeling because my body locks up and I cannot move. I can't talk. I can't do anything. It's so petrifying.
Moving on.
All right. The topic of the week, which again, we're going to have to skirt that line, gentlemen. We're going to have to try to keep politics out of this. A Rhode Island representative has proposed a raise...
A represent potato.
You want to try that again?
Yes. A Rhode Island... I can't say the word.
Representative.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Has proposed a raise in tax on M-rated video games to fund mental health provisions in schools. Now, this article is coming from IGN, and it is written by, and I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name, Shabana Arif.
Gesundheit.
GamesIndustry.biz reports that Republican member of the Rhode Island State House, Robert Nardillo, has plans to increase the tax on games with ratings of M or higher by 10%. The statement follows Donald Trump's recent comments on the power of violent video games and films to, quote, shape young people's thoughts, end quote, a week after the mass shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, where 17 people died in an attack. Quote, there is evidence that children exposed to violent video games at a young age tend to act more aggressively than those who do not, end quote. Nardillo said in a statement, although he did not provide any sources to substantiate his claim. Quote, the bill would give schools the additional resources needed to help students to deal with the aggression in a positive way, end quote. GameIndustry.biz points out the United States Secret Service own research found that less than 20% of school shooters played violent video games. Quote, our goal is to make every school in Rhode Island a safe and calm place for students to learn, end quote. Added Nardillo, who currently has a 93% approval rating from the NRA. Quote, by offering children resources to manage their aggression today, we can ensure a more peaceful tomorrow, end quote.
May I poke some holes in that last bit of...
Well, the floor is now yours, Yo, because I'm done reading the article.
Okay.
I just want to be clear. We're not talking about the politics. We're just focusing on the tax and how we feel about that. And the studies to say whether or not violent video games turn kids violent. Okay.
Well, I just want to add for those who may not think clearly, that the comment of the 20 percentile, considering that Call of Duty and the likes of those games are extremely hot sellers, common sense would tell you that the vast majority of kids play those anyway, so your fact is a little skewed. Okay, we can carry on now.
Well, he said that Game Industry Biz points out the United States Secret Service own research found that less than 20% of the school shooters have played violent video games.
Oh, less than. Okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
I thought it was the other way.
No. He's saying that...
That's a positive, is what he's putting it as.
Yeah, right. They're saying less than one in 5 school shooters have played violent video games.
Ah, okay. My bad. But I still stand by what I say.
Listen.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure my words are...
politically correct.
Intelligible.
Chosen wisely.
There's a big part of me that wants to just... there's a big part of me that just wants
A
to
fan of Shadow of the Colossus?
go off right now.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
This is the old story of
Strike while the iron's hot?
the rock music makes kids violent. Video games are the root of
They're
all
the
evil.
devil.
I am so fucking sick of this shit. Okay? I have played video games. I'm 37 years old. I have played video games for 32 years.
Tricky.
I never once in my life had the idea to go shoot up a school.
Tricky. 37. Come on now.
Okay, you're cracking jokes. I'm trying to be serious here.
If I could be serious for a moment.
Oh, Lance Storm.
And a little backstory. I was bullied in high school. I was the person who the news, quote unquote, stereotypically says would go and be violent in a school. I'm not. I never had the thought, never had a process of that thought in my mind. So I am sick of fucking people who have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Look for a simple solution and blame it on music, movies, video games. That is such a fucking cop-out answer. And I'm fucking tired of it.
It is because everyone's afraid to turn around and look at themselves or to turn around and go parenting.
Well, it's a scapegoat because if you blame a movie or you blame a video game, it can't fight back. And it's an easy way to get support from parents.
Now, I will say, this guy, Robert Nardillo, he has the right thought in saying, let's put the tax on games and, by 10%, and we're going to take that 10% and we're going to fund it into mental health research.
Let me say this. Let me stop you there because I have a problem with this. And I also should probably amend my previous statement by saying it's an easy way to get the support of some parents because some parents play video games like Tricky. So, it's not going to be all parents. But instead of sitting here and trying to tax video games like that, and not tax other violent forms of media at the same time, how about you reappropriate funds from the state budget or from the federal government, because God knows there's not enough misappropriation of fucking funds in our government for a bunch of bullshit. How about you do that and you properly fund mental health education and awareness and mental health programs in schools? You don't need an extra tax to do that. You just need to spend our money the right fucking way, which our government doesn't know how to fucking do anymore. And fuck Audacity! You do not need an extra tax to get money in order to help kids with mental issues.
Well, Alex,
he's right. We had this.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I was gonna say, I don't think we need to raise the tax on video games. I like the fact that he's trying to find a way to raise the money to help mental illness. A tax, I don't agree with.
Well, no, because anything the government tries to tax, it doesn't work. I mean, look at the tax on gas. It's supposed to go for the highway systems. How's that working out?
Well, there's also, and I know this is a little local problem that you guys are not aware of, but there's a law in New York City, in the 5 boroughs, that there has to be a free way into each borough. And you can get into every borough except Staten Island for free. But they found a loophole in saying that the Staten Island Ferry, which goes from Staten Island to Manhattan, that's free. But they charge you to get, like, the Staten Island Railroad is free until you get off at the ferry. Then they charge you. So the ferry's free, but they're charging you a fee before you get to the ferry. And there is a bridge called the Verrazano Bridge. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's not as famous as the Brooklyn or the Manhattan. When they built that bridge, they told the residents in Staten Island and Brooklyn that they were going to charge a toll on the bridge until the bridge was paid off. And then once the bridge was paid off, the bridge would be free. At that time, the toll on that bridge was $3. It is now $16, and they don't have any plans to stop charging people. That bridge is more than paid for.
Fuck that. Okay, so as far as the whole tax goes, I think it's unnecessary and unneeded. But the one thing I want to point out is there are so many people who play video games out there, a wide variety of video games, and you look at, like, if video games are really the problem, then you would have a lot more school shootings. We've already had an absurd number of school shootings here in the United States in 2018 alone. But that number would be far, far worse if video games were actually the root cause of all this.
And then who's to say what M-rated games do you tax? Because there are some M-rated games out there that are M-rated because of language or situations, not necessarily because they're violent. I mean, I think most of us can agree that Arkham Asylum was an M-rated game, but...
Actually, I think it was rated teen.
Was it rated teen? I thought it was M.
I'll look it up, but I do believe it was rated teen.
All right, well, you better, because I was going to use that as my example, and then it would be bad if it was a teen game. I thought it was M. But anyway.
Arkham Asylum was rated teen.
Oh, okay, well then never mind.
I find it odd that we have politicians who want to tax video games, but yet we won't dare speak about gun regulation.
Let's not go down that path.
Well, I'll stop there, but I think that's a valid point.
What I will say about that is when it comes to stuff like that, the conversation is
ban them all, and I disagree with that.
The conversation when it comes to gun control is not as black and white as everybody wants to make it out to be. There are many sides to the argument, and until people are willing to actually sit down and have a discussion about it, it's never going to get solved.
Well, that can't happen in the American government system because both sides just want to worry about winning and looking better than the other side.
You're absolutely right.
That's why shit never gets done. Shit gets passed under one presidential term, and then the next term they repeal everything.
But that's every hot button topic out there. All right, so let's stop now before we actually go down that path. All right, so that is the end of the show, gentlemen. Let's do some housekeeping.
Let's clean this shit up so we can go play Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah!
ProvenGamer.com is looking for some writers, podcasts, and video as news reports and generalized help with the site. If you're interested in applying, go to ProvenGamer.com, click on the Help Wire tab, and fill out the application, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. While you're there, be sure to check out all of our articles and all of our videos. Speaking of our videos, you can find our videos on YouTube by doing a search for Official Proven Gamer. You can also catch me streaming at random times at twitch.tv/Proven Gamer, and hopefully you're going to get Steven streaming as well. And we do have another streamer who is coming along. But more information on that in the future. If you want to get a hold of us, there are several ways to get a hold of us. The first one is our phone number. Yield. Hit us with those digits.
That would be 330-PROVEN-9. 330-776-8369. Again, that's 330-PROVEN-9. 330-776-8369.
You can also contact us by sending us an email.
Who can I turn to?
TrophyHorrors@ProvenGamer.com. You can contact us on Twitter. You can contact the site at Proven Gamer. You can contact the show at TrophyHorrors. You can contact me at Tricky Mick. You can contact Yield at IYieldToNoOne. You can contact Alex at SaundersSausRex. And you can contact Steven at BatChild27. You can also leave a message for us with the SpeakPipe app that's found on the top right of Proven Gamer and also on the Proven Gamer Facebook page. If you listen to this podcast, we greatly appreciate it, but be sure to check out all of our other podcasts. PG Spoilers, which I believe Homer Gets Stuffed is planning to do one. Yield.
It's an easy debate, man. It's just Ocarina of Time. That's it.
All right. Well, the show being planned is what is the best Zelda game of all time. I'm telling you right now, if anybody shows up and says Breath of the Wild, I'm drop kicking them.
Ocarina of Time.
I'm just gonna do that just to watch him drop kick somebody.
And the answer is Link to the Past.
You know what? You're allowed to be wrong.
No, see, you can either agree with me or be wrong. It's solely your choice.
Listen, it's Ocarina of Time.
I can't believe you just pulled Navi out on me.
Okay. Tricky, let me ask you a simple question. Are you ready?
I'm not answering.
In A Link to the Past, do you fight a subterranean lava dragon with the megaton hammer? You may answer. I believe that's a no.
You can also listen to the Smart Marks, Nintendo Dual Screens, Gamestop. All the podcasts can be found on Apple. Excuse me. All the podcasts can be. Yeah. All of the podcasts can be found on Apple Podcasts, formerly iTunes, Stitcher, your various podcast applications on your smart devices, Google Play, TuneIn, and you can listen to Trophy Horrors and the Small Marks. Where, Alex?
iHeart Radio.
You can get involved in the PlayStation 4 communities. There's one for the site called Proven Gamer. There's one called T-Dubs Brothel. Why, Yield?
Because we're not allowed to say holes on the network.
You're destroying that segment. Okay,
I know, right? Ain't that awesome? Did you hear that? It's the sound of a bomb going off.
You can also get involved in Yield's PlayStation 4 community called the Platinum Guild. When you get a new Platinum, post it there, and Yield will forget to give you your shout out.
Yeah, I have this year.
That is the end of our housekeeping, but we do have some sponsors. Our first sponsor is Extra Life. That's your cue, Alex?
Yes, Extra Life. Extra Life this year is happening on what date, Tricky?
November 3rd.
Keeping you on your fucking feet. November 3rd. If you want to sign up to play, and believe me, the earlier you sign up, the more likely you are to play, go to extra-life.org to sign up to be part of a team, create a team, or just play solo. Go lone wolf like Baron Corbin. From there, you pick a Children's Miracle Network hospital to represent, and you collect donations, or sponsorships we'll call them, for your marathon from friends, family, coworkers. It can be a lump sum for the entire day. It can be a certain amount per hour. The really important thing, and this is what you need to tell the people who donate, aside from the fact that, you know, their donation's tax deductible. Tax deductible. I fucked that word up so much.
That was bad.
But what you really need to know is, and what the people who donate really need to know, is that 100% of their donation, the sponsorship, goes to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital that you have opted to represent. The motto for Extra Life is play games, heal kids, and there is no better example of a win-win situation.
All right, and our other sponsor is Amazon. If you could and would, each and every time you do your shopping on Amazon, please go to Proven Gamer first. Click on any Amazon link and continue the shopping. Doesn't cost you anything extra and does help out the site tremendously. If you could and would also, if you like the content that you get on Proven Gamer, whether it's the writing, the podcasting, the videos, the Twitch streams, whatever you can, please consider going over to patreon.com/Proven Gamer and donating a few bucks.
It would fund Yield's retirement.
There are different tiers in which you can sponsor. You can sponsor the podcast. You can sponsor the writers. You can sponsor everybody. You can sponsor individual shows, the Twitch streamers, whatever you decide that you want to support. There's tiers for you to go there. There's perks involved. One of the perks involved is you become a Patreon producer. Oh, and thank you especially for our Patreon producer, Colton Nessler.
Ooh.
He is a Patreon producer. Also, one of the perks he has is he's going to be able to come up with his own topic of the week.
Ooh, bravo. This will be good.
So, at some point, he is going to send us in a topic, and we are going to have to discuss it for his pleasure.
Whoa, that sounded dirty.
Only you would make that dirty.
No, not just me.
But I also want to give a special shout out to our other Patreons because they've all helped out. Mark Duplex, Mr. Dupes 25, Linda Marbray, Stephen McLaughlin.
Wonder if he's related to Sarah.
And Sid is all our Patreons that we currently have. So, with that being said, let me go back because I'm forgetting. I'm a little out with this week, guys. I'm sorry. No, Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you could combine the two, very easy to do. Just log on to Twitch Prime, and you'll be able to link your Amazon account, and then you can sub to your favorite Twitch streamer for free. You do have to come back every month to do it, but it gives free money to us. If you don't use it, you're wasting money. Why would you want to waste money? Nobody likes wasting money. Do you like wasting money? I don't like wasting money. But go on, click that little sub button, and there you go. You have supported Proven Gamer for a month, and I'll kindly send you a reminder saying, hey, your Twitch Prime's coming up. If you could and would, please, go there and resub. You could ask Kalai. I remind her every month because she constantly forgets. But I still love her. But with that being said, let's do our shout-outs. Alex, we'll start with you.
Humble Bundle.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's what I was forgetting. I'm so glad I'm not editing this week's show. We are sponsored by Humble Bundle. The cool thing is when you click on our Humble Bundle, you go there and you buy your bundle just like normal. The cool thing about ours is not only are you supporting us, which is cool. That's cool right there. But you're also supporting Extra Life. A portion of the charity, the money goes to Extra Life. But if you don't want to support Extra Life, you can choose whatever charity you want. That's the cool thing about Humble Bundle. You get 15 games. You pay $7. You get 15 free full games. And you're supporting your favorite website, your favorite charity. Who doesn't want to do that? Yield, you like doing that, right?
Sure.
You'll go on and spend $15 for $7 for 15 games.
Sure. I've never been to Humble Bumble.
Humble Bundle. Alex, what about you? If they offer Shadow of the Colossus for $20, you'll get it on the Humble Bundle, right?
I mean, well, I would get other games as well, right? Because I just rebought Shadow of the Colossus. This is a poor example, Tricky.
I'm just saying.
If they remastered Split Second for the PS4 as part of a 15-game Humble Bundle, would you purchase it for $7?
Ooh, racing game Humble Bundle.
Yes, we're talking like MotorStorm and Split Second and
Blur.
You want to know what they're currently offering?
And Burnout Remastered.
Yeah,
I never played Blur.
Now the Humble Bundle, and that's a tongue twister, by the way.
See, now you know why I said Bumble.
They offer different bundles. They offer book bundles, games bundles, and sometimes comic bundles. In this month's games bundle, now generally they do give it's mostly PC games, like Steam games. But they do run console ones every so often. I remember the last console one, they had like a big THQ blowout. I think I got 27 games and I paid $36.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah. And I wound up giving the codes to everybody, including Homer. I think Homer took like 4 of the games.
I didn't get any.
But right now, there is, for $1, you can unlock 6 games. If you pay an average of $7.36, you get 7 more games on top of that for a total of 13 games. And if you pay $12 or more, you get another 5 games. So that's 17 games for $12.
What are the games?
I couldn't tell you because it's Japanese.
Oh.
I was going to say, please don't make him read them out.
Well, I mean, they're not in Japanese, but they're it's the
They're JRPGs.
it's the Huni Sekai.
Okay, that's enough.
HUNIE SEKIAI. But they change very often. So probably next week I'll tell you what else. There is another one for the Humble Classics Return Bundle. For pay what you want, which basically means you can pay a penny, and you'll get Broken Sword 5, Shadowrun Returns, Tesla Effect, and Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Okay. Moving on.
Okay.
Alex, your shout out, sir.
Well, as always, I want to give a shout out first and foremost to the listeners. Thank you all for sharing part of your week with us. We appreciate it very much because, let's be honest, without you all, there would not be Trophy Horrors. You all have pushed the show to unimaginable heights, and you all continue to push it further and further, and we just appreciate it very much. We can't convey it. The time that we devote on here to thank you all isn't enough, but please understand that it means a lot to us, your continued support. So thank you all very much, listeners. Give a shout out to Tricky and Yield for coming on here and recording late with me, and a shout out to Steven who could not join us today. And a special new shout out to a new lady in my life, Ashley, who has listened to quite a few episodes of the podcast, as well as is fully supporting my love of Shadow of the Colossus. So a shout out goes to my favorite lady, Ashley. Oh, and she also bought me some socks that had the Power Glove, the Nintendo Power Glove, and the blaster from Duck Hunt on it.
I saw that. Those are
they're
cool.
they're like Robin Egg Blue. They're purty.
Shout out DLC time.
Shout out DLC.
That one Seagull, aka JT, just posted in our Discord that he has platinum number 47 in Ratchet and Clank or Crack in Time.
That's a good game.
It's the best game in the Ratchet and Clank series.
You shut your whore mouth.
Is there another discussion on the high rise?
I'm kind of partial to the Ratchet and Clank remake.
The one that you can't platinum?
That I can't platinum, correct.
I haven't gotten there yet. I still have to play Into the Nexus first. I'm playing them in relative order.
All right. Yield your shout out, sir.
I would like to give a shout out to you, the pimps and the madams of the whoredom. Thank you for listening, downloading, spreading, kidnapping, making everybody listen, however you float your whoredom boats.
Whoredom boats.
Yeah, whoredom boats. I would also like to give a shout out to the Rocket League crew that I was playing with last night. Homer Gets Stuffed. The Brain 76. Prepare to Die or Scum. Enders, I don't remember your digits at the end of your name. No, that's not his real name. I just ad-libbed on the end. And Harry Balls on You.
Still the best name.
It is. So, a shout out to all of you. A shout out to Tricky and Alex for recording tonight. Steven, they miss you. And I will bid adieu to the whoredom this week.
I'm gonna give 2 shout outs this week. I mean, listeners, you know you're always in my heart, and I thank you very much. But 2 shout outs this week. The first shout out is to Sweet Mama D, who was on vacation this week, and I got to spend a little bit of time with her this week, and she knows that I miss her very much, and I know that she'll never hear this until probably years later, but I love you very much, and I miss you. And my other shout out is going to go to the goddess, to anybody who missed the Facebook post. The goddess lost her mother this week, and that has consumed our lives for the last week. as you could probably imagine. I want to give, actually, you know what? I'm going to give 2 more shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Alex and Yield for dealing with me today. We had our own issues, audio issues and whatnot, but with everything I had to do today, to be patient enough for me to get back here, to set up and to host the show. And while I wasn't prepared to host the show, I'm now looking at it as a blessing in disguise, because it has given me a chance to escape and really just, not be so tense. So, shout out to you gentlemen, even though you guys have been a giant pain in my ass all episode about Shadow of the Colossus. I love you guys.
That's what we're for.
Huge shout out to the goddess. I know she's sleeping right now. It's probably the first sleep she's had in about a week. But I can never express how much I love you. And I'm truly sorry for what you had to go through this week. So, with that being said, until next week, happy trophy hunt.
Later.
Peace out.
Save your last words. Save your last words, then read on me then. Save your last words, then read on me then. Save your last words, then read on me then. Save your last words, then read on me then.
The theme song is Venus by the band Even off their album Zenith. Permission granted by the band and 12 Stone Records. You can find them on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/evenphilippines.